What's up, guys? It's just Shaker Foods, and behind me is a beautiful example of a 1995 Acura Integra GSR. Now, if you don't know, if you weren't born back in the 90s, if you're not a JDM fan, or you don't even know cars about at all, you probably have no idea what the heck this is. So let me get a little bit of a history. So back in the 80s, I want to say, 70s, 80s, Acura kind of wanted to really bring up more of their Acura brand, which is pretty much a more trimmed up version of the regular car, so they make more money. But they're like, we don't really want to do it. We really want to bring up the brand and really show more, like, hey, look at this. You sell more cars with Acura. So like, you know what you should do? Build a sport car. So that's what they did. The Integra is a two-door, fast, fun little sport car you can drive around in. My dad had many of them. I know people who've had multiples of them. But what's so cool about the Integra is that each generation is really had a Type R. Now that should not, was there a generation without the Type R, or they've always had a Type R version of each generation?
Not sure.
I'll have to look it up. But pretty much you have different generations. This is the DC2. What that is, it's a third generation. And now you're saying, hey, that looks different from the original generation. Well, that's because Japan got a different look than we did. This is our spec. We get the bug eye look. Now, not a lot of people don't really like that look, but I actually love the look. I mean, it's a gorgeous car. Now, you have different trims. You have the SE, which is a very basic model. You have an LS, which is a luxury trim. Then you have GS, which stands for Grand Sport. Then you have GSR, which stands for Grand Sport Racing. That's what this is. Now, what that trim is, it's the highest trim you can get without getting a Type R. Now, what the heck is a Type R? More information on the Honda Silver Type R that did last year, but what that car is. Now, without further ado, let's do a walk around on this beautiful, heavily modified Acura Integra. Alright guys, look at this beautiful front end. Now this is also an honest modified review because, well, this car has been modified to the brim. So here is the wonderful owner. If you don't remember him, he is also the owner of the beautiful Toyota Yaris. That was a fun car we drove, even though most of the footage got deleted. But hey, so what have you done to this beautiful car?
So in all actuality, it's actually pretty stock. The only thing that's really had done to it is I put this light bar in the front,
which is really cool
for driving up in the mountains at night.
I believe they actually did they use this car for rally racing, I think.
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't know, they used it for racing and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. And then it's got a full exhaust.
Oh yeah.
The original exhaust was kind of rusting out.
Yeah, it's good you changed that.
And then it's got some hella horns because you need to be hella loud here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And that's really about it.
Love the color, it's such a pretty color.
It is a nice color. Apparently, so I brought this car from the original owner.
Yeah.
This car's story was, back in 1995, it was a high school graduation present for this girl. And her dad bought it for her. And then, 21 years later, she was grown up, married, and had kids, and it just kind of sat there in the garage for the most part. So they put it up on, actually, Auto Trader. And I saw it, I immediately called him and said, hey, can I come look at it? Made some negotiations, and
there it is.
Mine. Yep. So now I'm officially the second owner.
Which is rare with these cars.
Yeah, it's rare to find one that's kind of stockish, that's kind of in somewhat good condition. The paint apparently has been resprayed. If we go around the back, you'll see that the spoiler on there has kind of some peel where the clear coat is peeling.
Yeah.
And there's some other little imperfections on the paint. I know the car's kind of dirty. I washed it. It's like 30 degrees out, so.
Yeah, it's a good car though.
Yeah, but you know, it's a good car. Original wheels, original suspension, everything's pretty much original. I haven't really changed much about it. It's even got the original radio.
Oh my god! What if we can play some Japan tunes? So yeah, I love the front end of it. It's such a, it to me reminds me of rally racing cars back in I think the 80s, like the early 2000s, 90s. It just has that look. It's such, I know people don't like it, but Subaru had the bug eye look, and it's so crazy, and it's a wonderful car. So what's wrong with this?
I don't know. I guess it just kind of looks goofy. I think people thought that, oh, it's got 4 eyes, it looks weird, but you know, and this is, I guess, the pre-facelift model. I guess the later years had kind of a different shaped bumper.
Yeah,
so
but
the first iteration of that.
It's a good looking car.
It is, yeah. Really, I haven't really done much to it. Like I said, I've just kind of kept it in good condition. Other than the full exhaust, it's pretty stock.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's like a walk around. You haven't, oh, this really is stock. You haven't done anything to the wheels.
Yeah. I haven't replaced the brakes. They were when I got it, so.
Yeah, that's a good thing to change, in my opinion.
And there's a lot of anime stickers. I kind of went crazy with stickers.
Freaking boobs on it. To a burnout.
There's a lot of funny stickers on there.
Send noodles, much more than a, oh my god. Send dude. Oh my god, this is overkill. What's the girlfriend think of this?
She calls me a weeb.
And she's a weeb herself.
Yeah.
I like the wheels. They're not the greatest looking for trying to model standards, but
You know, I'm not a huge fan of those are called the Fat Fives.
But
I'm not a huge fan of them because they're kind of heavy.
But yeah,
They look pretty decent, but
yeah. But back in the day, this actually is much better than some of the cars they had. Some of the wheels options. Nice spoiler, and not the greatest in condition, but it's not bad.
like I said, the whole car's been repainted, and you see here where the clear coat is going to come off of it, and the paint's kind of faded. That's something I haven't really messed around with it much. I've been wanting to get it repainted because all the paint's just peeling off of it.
Love the taillights. This is cool.
Yeah.
So what's this thing right here in the bottom? That's just a tow hook?
Yeah. It's mostly for decoration.
See the space you get. So I'm assuming you have to get the key and
You have to have Los Angeles.
This is a pretty basic key.
It's a pretty basic car.
Is it right?
You got it.
Oh, it didn't want to open, that's why.
Old school, Jake. Old school. This car.
Oh my.
Not a lot in here. An oil bottle and some things.
It's a sport car. This is actually more than I was expecting.
Well, and the rear seats do fold down for a little bit extra room.
Yeah.
These did come in a
Yeah.
These did come in a 4-door as well, but those were a little bit more rare.
Yeah.
But the coupe is my personal favorite.
Yeah, it's such a pretty good looking car.
Yeah.
Man, that wind is pretty annoying. Let's get inside. Oh, we gotta shut off the engine. I'm doing this for you guys. It's like 30 degrees out here. Where the heck? Right here. Divide. See if I can find that. Ooh, it's nice and warm under here.
It better be nice and toasty. I just drove.
There you go. There we go. Oh, that's heavy.
It's a big hood.
So this is 1.8. Wow, that's beautiful. Has it always been that way? The nice paint right there, or did you do that to it?
Talking about the spark plug cover.
Yeah, that's a little nice powered by Honda. That's enough.
So that actually, as soon as I got the car, I went on eBay and I just happened to find that powered by Honda spark plug cover because the original one's kind of plastic and it's gray and it looks kind of drab, but they had one in red. And the Type R's, I believe, I could be wrong, have a red valve cover.
Yeah.
And obviously, this not being the Type R, it has the black one.
Yeah.
So I thought, let's have a little bit of red in there.
Yeah, it matches the color.
Yeah, it matches.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I get a lot of questions about those. Are like those turbo headers, but they're unequal length headers like you get on a Subaru. And so it gives it kind of a distinct sound.
I believe it makes about 200 horsepower or something like that.
The B18?
Yeah.
Well, this being the B18, I think it's the C1. It doesn't make much as the Type R. I think it might be 170.
Not bad.
Something like that.
It'll move, but it won't hit anybody. Are you planning to tune it or anything like that, or are you gonna leave it how it is?
No, I'm gonna leave it how it is. I guess I did forget to mention the intake there is a Comtech intake. And I did a catch can, oil catch can.
Oh yeah.
I just replaced the battery not too long ago.
That's good.
It's got a grounding kit.
It's still a Honda. Even though it's a nag, it's still a Honda. It has Honda reliability.
Yeah.
hands free. I know I've heard some people have VTEC problems after so many years. Have you had anything to change out of it? Oh, nice. All right, let's get inside watch work. I believe he just. I missed that. I was so close. Alrighty, let's hop on this beautiful car. Oh, it's nice and warm. Really, you don't get power seats and it's in the Acura? How do you back it up?
Under the seat.
Right here?
Yep.
Oh. Right here? Oh. I'll just get in first. If I can fit my butt in.
Here.
Thank you. Whoa, it's a weird place to put it right there. Alright. To start this car, put your foot on the brake and the clutch. Because this is a manual. This I was gonna review it on my Integra because it's a cool car. You gotta drive manual. So I have the keys, sir. Now, do you need to put the foot on the brake and clutch, or just clutch?
Just clutch.
Neutral. Good. Don't want it taken off. All right, this is cool. It's cramped in here.
It's a small car. I mean, it fits me. I'm a small dude, so.
Damn, this. Okay, I know sport cars have gotten bigger lately, but dang, I didn't realize sport cars was this tiny.
Well, it is a 90s.
Yeah,
Japanese car.
But it's not that bad though. You got somewhat room. Actually, I'm quite impressed. That's actually pretty big. You have blank switches. Wait, you pay what, like 20 grand for this car, and you get blank switches for the highest trim.
Well, that way you can add some stuff.
Yeah. And then you have your. Oh god, you really do have the original radio. Oh my god. Let's see. Can this play those tape recorders and stuff like that?
Yeah, you get your tape. You even got a CD changer.
Oh my god, this is awesome. It's funny, I had a friend who had 2007 Acura TL. It still had that.
Yep.
Michael, who in this back for like 2007? Nobody was using this, but back in when this car was new, that's actually what people were using. So yeah, and you got your climate control. Pretty basic. Yep. You have your big infotainment that controls everything, and you can put it into sport mode and it'll drive itself. I'm just kidding. This thing doesn't have anything.
It's got cruise control.
Yeah. Weird place they put it. Why did they put it right there? That's a weird place. Most manufacturers stick it on the wheel somehow. That's where they put it as a.
They got steering wheel controls right there.
Oh yeah. And you have your. I guess they weren't too lazy to put a horn inside there, so they just put it on the sides.
That's a common thing with most 90s Hondas, is they had the horns.
Then you have your nice speakers. That's a good place to put the speaker right there. And then you have your air vents and other stuff. Oh my god, look how tiny this vent is. It's smaller than my hand.
It's a pretty basic car.
But that's kind of what they were back then. We barely had any technology, so really, this is what you got. You don't get leather seats, you get these quite comfortable seats actually. You get these nice cloth seats that were back in their day. You get...
The only thing about, if you mention the seats, apparently, I think it was the next year up, you would get leather seats as standard.
Wow.
Apparently on the GSR. And on the 95, you get the cloth seats.
Wow. Well, it's actually good you got to gloss seats, because can you imagine how badly shaped the leather seats would have been by now if you had leather?
I don't know, they might withstand the test of time.
I like how they put the cloth everywhere. Like, hey, let's dress it up. Put cloths everywhere.
Yeah.
Whereas now, you can buy a pretty decent Honda with all this, and Honda just slaps it everywhere. A lot of plastic, but hey, this is an Acura, not a Bentley. Back then, luxury cars didn't have much how do I say, much luxury options. Like, not everything was leather and stuff like that. So really, what they did was they just gave you more technology. Like, power windows. Don't think you can get power windows on Honda from this era. Can you? Do you know? I don't think so.
What do you mean?
Some technology that Acura specifically puts in their Acura models and not put in Honda models.
Oh,
I know.
Good question. I think the Honda Accord had them.
Mirrors. Meant to say power mirrors. Not much. Not much. Alrighty. I guess you got your nice gauges. Not much. There's really not much in this car.
It's more of a driver-focused car.
Alright then, let's go into the drive. Are we actually recording?
I think you are.
Okay, let's do this. If all this footage gets erased, well, you're here. Alright.
Very upset. Then it'll be 2 for 2.
All right.
Bad luck with me.
All right. To drive this car, you put your butt first.
Yep.
And then you brake. This nav gas?
Yeah, that's about right. Be gentle with her, she's an old girl.
You don't know if I'm going too fast with the clutch.
I haven't felt it grab yet.
I feel it grabbing. Am I doing too fast?
Oh, jeez.
Sorry. I was afraid I was doing it too slow. Hey, I didn't stall it.
Yeah. I don't think you can do it too slow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, very linear. Do they work? Why is it reversed? Why is it reversed?
What do you mean it's not reverse? You're just being discriminatory.
This is pretty basic. Does it not like being in first? Going this speed, or I need to be in second? Or? Where's second? Straight back?
Yep.
So far, this is not bad.
Jeez, easy with the gas there, buddy.
Oh, sorry.
Don't overrev it.
Yeah, when it comes to manuals, I'm a little hard on the clutch. All right, now she's fine. This is not a bad car.
Yep.
I can tell that she's old because she's making little barely on my last legs. So yeah, this car has how many miles? 197?
Yeah.
Not bad. This car can go way longer. So, how long have you had this car?
I've had it for probably, let's say about 5 years, maybe 4 or 5 years.
This is really old school. It's driving a lot like my own 98 Corolla, except a little faster. Wow, this is not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's old, but it's in tip-top shape.
Yeah.
Mechanically. I keep it in good shape.
It's doing pretty good. Has a unique sound to it. Wonder how this thing does in cornering. Oh, oh, not bad. Not bad. I like how little it is. You can really throw it around. So, what have you, let's see, what's it been like to own it for? Let's see, you've probably owned it for like 2 years, one year?
Yeah, I mean, well, when I first got it, I think the neutral safety switch went out. So I had to replace that. But other than that, well, I think the clutch went shortly after I did like 2 years owning it.
That's nice.
But I'm pretty sure it was the original clutch from the factory and it had never been replaced.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's handling pretty well. It's not fast, but that's but it's fast for what it is.
Well, see, all of your power doesn't really get to the engine until 6,000 RPMs.
Yeah, and that's kind of hard in a parking lot. But hey, it's not bad. That VTEC for you. That's the only problem I have with VTEC is it really you have to be extremely high RPM in order to get any power.
Well, in this engine you do it. I mean, certain VTEC engines are
not easier. Like the Type R, you barely. It's obviously brand new, but you barely need to give it like I think it's about 4,000 RPM, and it's already and it VTEC initiates. Whereas
which Type R is that?
The new one. Forget his name. David.
The Civic Type R?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is very, very fast car.
So what's interesting with this car is the VTEC kicks in at 4,000.
Oh.
And then I don't know if you noticed the intake manifold, but it's got dual stage runners. So it's got long runners and short runners.
Hmm?
And then the short runners kick in at 6,000, which I think some people mistake that as being VTEC.
Oh.
But it's actually the runners kicking over to the short ones.
Oh, okay. It's not bad. It's surprisingly for something this old and the way it's a sport car, it's really comfortable. Extremely, very.
Yeah.
Like I've driven some old JDM sport cars. They're typically not the most comfortable in the road because they're a sport car. But this is really comfortable. It's stable. You can do all sorts of stuff with it. And what I like about this car is this is a good first car for somebody. And this was for a young girl back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's such a really cool car. And you have a cassette tape player. What other car can you get with a cassette tape player?
I know, that's new technology.
Yeah, exactly.
We're leading on the 21st century.
Exactly. No one does that anymore.
Yeah.
Have you tried it? Does it work?
Yeah, everything works.
Oh my god. That's what I like about Honda reliability. Everything still works after 20-something years. One thing that I'm noticing about this car, and this is the same with older JDMs, they really don't like to be driven slow, like low RPM with some of these sport cars, and that's because of the way the transmission is. What do you think?
I mean, it's definitely not its happiest, driving around a parking lot.
Yeah, but
I don't know what car it is really. I was gonna say, I don't know if you come out of this corner and punch it, you might be able to get.
come on. It's like there's some noise. It sounds it's a really good exhaust, but the only problem is if you're sitting in traffic, you're only getting this. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going?
Well, it's not quite. I mean, it's very easy to live with every day. For a short while, this was my daily driver.
Oh wow!
So it's great on gas. It gets about 30 miles a gallon highway.
Jesus.
The only thing that I kind of stopped dailing it because it does consume some oil with it being older and having a lot more miles on it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, one thing I'm noticing about this, because of its size, and front-wheel drive, it really handles like it's like the little car it is.
Yeah.
Whereas some sport cars I drive, they take such long U-turns and stuff like that. Whereas this car, it drives like the size it is. I've driven some cars that are big and they drive like they're little. Then I drive cars that are small and they drive like they're like giant dump trucks. I'm like, why? A little car should drive like a little car. You know what I mean?
This car is pretty pure and simple. It's got the old school hydraulic power steering. It's got the new electronic power steering. It doesn't have traction control. It does have ABS,
which is nice in snow and stuff like that. It's a pretty nice car. It's a good learner car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything you can like, oh sorry, I can't make it work. Okay, my car won't start because there's no car or something like that. You know what I mean?
What's funny is last time we did have snow, the battery in my Subaru died.
Yeah.
So I had to take this car to work, and it never missed a beat.
Yeah. That's what's so good about this car. It's a really good daily drivable first car.
Oh yeah.
And how much did you pay for this, if you don't mind me asking?
I think I paid $3.5 grand for it.
Pretty cheap. My Corolla, when my dad paid, I think 300 for it, and then he fixed it up so it's worth $3,000. So I'd rather have this than like a little Corolla. I don't know about you.
And I will say, I think the value of these has gone up since then.
Yeah.
They are starting to become more rare.
Yeah. It's such a really cool car, especially the Type R, which that'll be fun to review. If anybody has a Type R that's watching and you live in Atlanta, shoot me an email. I would love to drive a Type R. Because, man, this is such a cool car for what it is. It's not, like I said, this ain't the fastest. It's not the most thrilling, but it's a good car for what it is, you know what I mean? If you want a car, a sport car, this is where they go. Come on.
It's so frustrating because the car has much more to give in terms of power, but
yeah,
we can't use it in this little parking lot.
Yeah. And I'm sorry about my insurance. It's not like I couldn't drive on the road. It's just insurance reasons. I don't want to mess with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just don't want to do it. But I am planning on getting insurance soon, so I could drive some of this stuff on the road. But yeah, it's still a fun car to drive though.
Yeah.
I love the steering on this thing. It's so direct. It's incredible what this thing can do. And I don't know about you, I don't think many sport cars can drive. You can throw around as much as this car will let you. Unless you get a Porsche. Porsche's a very different level of car. But to me, if you really want something that can really handle, go back on back roads, like you said, you can drive some mountain roads, and it's fun.
Yep.
Alright, we're going to do a couple more pulls, and then I think this old girl might kick me if I push too much. That's what I like about this car. It has a very distinct personality. Alright, girl. Come on. It's weird. It doesn't really sound loud, but I bet it's really loud outside.
You know, it's not actually a super loud car. The loudest thing is actually the intake.
I don't like the sound of it. It's such a good sound. Alright guys, one more pull and then I don't want to beat this car too much. There we go. There we go. Not bad of a car. There ain't much to it, but you know, that's kind of what this car was made to be. The simple design, you know what I mean?
Don't run over the tripod.
That'll tear up your car.
You would tear up the tripod a little bit more.
Yeah.
There would be one casualty.
Go. Alright, there we go. It won't go anywhere, right? Shouldn't.
Yes, it will. If it's on a hill.
We're good. Alright, this was fun.
Cool.
Thank you, man. Sorry this car wasn't too interesting, but you know, this was a fun car.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Thanks, Jake.
Alright.
Appreciate the good.
Alright, guys. Sorry if I wasn't enthusiastic as I usually am in my videos. I'm a little bit under the weather. I've been taking some pills. I'm getting better now, but over then I wasn't really feeling all that well. But I still love doing car reviews, so I just got my butt out and reviewed it anyway. So sorry about that. But nonetheless, I love this car. This is a fantastic car, and it really shows you how great cars were back in the 90s, especially for Honda. This did so well back in the 90s. It really put Acura on the map. Well, obviously there are other cars that did it, but this is one of the biggest cars, no, not big, one of the best selling cars that really put Acura on the map in terms of cars and what we know them today. It's because of the technology. Now we say there's not a lot of technology in it. Well, in terms of like technology as in computer screens and features, yeah, it doesn't have any of that. But in terms of what it has, like suspension-wise, transmission, the VTEC, they tuned it real well. That's what I mean by technology. This car, it has innovated new stuff that no other car was done before. And it's a little, and it's still a little car, so you can throw it around like no tomorrow. I'm telling you this, guy. I've driven a lot of cars, and this is probably one of the best handling cars you can throw around. There's not many little cars like this that you can throw around like that, unless you get something like a Porsche or a Miata or something that's really made for that kind of stuff. You're not gonna find it. But there are some bad things about it. Most people who buy this car, especially if you're watching this video, you're probably thinking about buying this car. You're probably, I'm just gonna assume, probably about 18 to 24. I mean, if you're a 6-year-old person who watching this, because you remember back in the old days, like, oh yeah, I remember the car, that's so cool. Oh, I used to have 2 of them. Some of them cool for you, buddy. Go buy one if you want one. But for those who are watching this who are looking to buy the first car, do not buy this first car. Now I'm gonna say, Jake, it's a great car. What's so bad about it? Insurance. It's because of our generation that people who buy these cars between that age bracket wreck them, tune them up, and they get really bad accidents. And because of that, the Integra specifically is in a higher tax bracket than many other cars. And for that case, if you're really paying that much, get a newer car. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Integra is a beautiful, fantastic car. But really, if you really just want a fun sport car, if you only want a Honda sport car or just JDM sport car to have some fun with, don't get an Integra. But what I do recommend is a Honda Prelude. There are different gens, but for this era, I do recommend getting the 5th generation. It's my 5th generation. And if you don't know what a Prelude is, it's one of the first cars. Actually, it is the first car I've ever reviewed. Way back, I want to say 2 years ago. Watch our video if you're interested. But pretty much what the car was, it's very similar to the Integra. It's a lot bigger than the Integra, but it was made to be kind of like a luxury sport car. So they put a lot of technology in that the Integra had, like power windows, anti-lock brakes, and traction control, stuff like that. And not a lot of people buy these for souping them. So really, if you're between 18 and 24 and you really want a fun sport car, get a Prelude. And you can get them for about the same price as Integras. Actually, you probably get them way cheaper now. And they're not going to be in the high tax bracket, so you're not going to pay so much. It's still a fantastic car. Now, no, if you really do want to get an Integra, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. I'm just warning you that you're going to pay some high premiums for that car. It's just the way the way the market has done with the car. But if you're about way older than 25, you don't have to worry about insurance charging you extra because they're afraid you're going to wreck the car in 2 seconds. Go for it. Go buy one. I highly recommend it. And they still hold their value well, and they still drive. I want to say not almost brand new because you probably have to do some maintenance on them. But you don't have to do much on them because they're Hondas. They are made to last a very long time. That's what I love about Hondas and Toyotas. They're just fantastically built cars. So that's it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, please smash that like button. That really, really helps me out. And if you don't know what that does, it lets you know that, hey, this video is getting a little bit popular, and it puts in the higher algorithm, and more people get to see it. So if you want to help me out even more, hit that like button for me. Or not, doesn't matter. Hit the dislike. I don't care. I'm just giving you some advice. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.